Breaking tonight, sources inside the White House telling us that President Obama is under pressure to change his strategy to defeat ISIS terrorists. But the president is not budging. Welcome to the Kelly File, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly. Hours ago, President Obama huddling at the Pentagon with the nation's highest-ranking military leaders before he goes off to a fundraiser, as his war strategy and leadership is publicly questioned by White House insiders, a former president, military leaders, and now a majority of the American people. Tonight marks 2 months since the commander-in-chief ordered airstrikes against ISIS, and less than 30 days since he laid out his strategy to, quote, degrade and ultimately destroy this terror group. 60 days later, new images of massive explosions rocking a key Syrian city that is in grave danger of being overrun by ISIS. And the administration says we either cannot or will not save it. This as thousands of civilians sit in that town tonight wondering what fate awaits them. Now the American people are making clear they do not approve of how President Obama is handling ISIS. The question tonight, are we already losing this war? We have full coverage of this developing story. Texas Senator Ted Cruz is here to discuss a possible change in strategy. Plus Glenn Beck, who predicted the Islamic Caliphate as others mocked him for it, with a stunning look tonight at what he calls the real threat in the Middle East. General Jack Keane, the man who developed the successful Iraq surge strategy, weighs in on former Pentagon Chief Leon Panetta's attacks on the president's leadership. Plus, Democratic campaign vet Joe Trippi and Charles Krauthammer on the midterms, the polls, and why the American people now say this presidency is officially, quote, a failure. But we begin tonight with the breaking news from Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry, who is live at the White House. Ed?
Meg, good to see you. Sources inside the administration say, yes, the president is under pressure from top officials in the Pentagon who say that they're concerned that, yes, progress is being made in terms of pushing back on ISIS, but they're not moving closer to actually defeating ISIS, that you can see ISIS still gaining ground inside Iraq, especially inside Syria along the Turkish border, as you noted, and that when the president went behind closed doors today with top military planners, he basically said, look, he is staying the course, at least for now. And top administration officials are telling us they believe the strategy is working, although Jen Psaki, the top spokeswoman at the State Department yesterday, had a little time articulating how that strategy is working as she tried to lay out some of the successes so far in battling ISIS. Listen to this.
We've gone after refineries. We're going after strategic locations. And let me just tick through these, and then we can go to your next question. Some of our successes we've seen on the ground by the Iraqi security forces. One moment. Sorry.
Now, today, Jen Psaki found that page in the briefing book, it appears, as did Josh Earnest here at the White House, and both of them said, look, there have been gains, specifically turning back and taking back the Mosul Dam, for example, inside Iraq, preventing a genocide on Sinjar Mountain at the very beginning of this 2 months ago. But when you hear Leon Panetta, the former defense secretary, tell Bill O'Reilly very directly that he thinks the real problem starts at the top and that they've been reacting to crises and not leading, listen to this.
I think deep down, he knows what needs to be done. What he's got to do is develop the will to fight, to get into the ring.
Do our enemies throughout the world fear us?
I think they're getting a mixed message.
Now, all of this is sparking speculation that maybe the president's going to have to shake up his staff after the midterm elections. They're downplaying that here at the White House tonight, saying they're always looking to bring in fresh legs, new blood, if they need to deal with the war, deal with other crises, Megyn.
Ed Henry, thank you.